Hello, good day, everyone. My name is Susan Ma, and I'm the founder of Prosperity Academy, and I'm also the host of Prosperity Matters because it does. I'm also a facilitator at the Proctor Gallagher Institute, which is Bob Proctor's company, and Sandy Gallagher, the co-founder. And I'm proud to be working alongside them on their Thinking into Results program. And what I want to share with you today is that each and every one of us who is seeking success, let me define what success is. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. The worthy ideal being your goal, your destination, where you want to go, what you want to achieve, because we're trading our life for something. So we want to make sure that we trade it for something that is worthy of us. And the success, it's the journey. It is the journey. As long as we stay the course, we stay persistent and consistent, and we keep moving towards the goal, we are a success. And isn't that good to know? Another key point in business or in whatever professional, personal goals that you have, 95% of success comes down to mindset, and 5% is just strategy, just 5%. Yet the vast majority of the population go after the strategic, the doing of things, which of course is very important, but 95% of the game is about the mindset. And I really want to share something very powerful here. Now, I want to share this idea, first of all. If I asked you to think of a picture of what your car looks like, what does your car look like? What color is it? What's the interior like? What make model is it? Immediately, you'll have an image of your car on the screen of your mind. If I asked you to describe what your front door looks like, we all know what our front door looks like. If I asked you to tell me what that looks like, what would you say? It's probably rectangular. What kind of doorknobs it has on it, what color it is. Again, an image flashes on the screen of your mind. Now, if we're working with the mind, it'll be good to have a picture of it. And if I were to ask you, what does the mind look like? The most common answer I receive is the brain, yet the brain is no more the mind than is your elbow or your left foot. So what does the mind look like? And Bob Proctor met Dr. Thurman Fleet, who's a chiropractor living in San Antonio, Texas. And he developed a picture of the mind, because we had to have a picture of something if we're going to work with it to improve our performance and effectiveness. And so Dr. Thurman Fleet came up with a picture of the mind and body in 1934. And we called this mind representation the Stickperson. And Bob said it was one of the most incredible discoveries he's ever made, and hasn't stopped drawing the Stickperson ever since he's discovered it. So without further ado, let me share my screen and explain what exactly is the Stickperson. Okay, here we are. Okay. 1 second, slight technical difficulties, just bear with me. It's amazing how the iPad just decides to unhook from the internet. Here we go. So allow me to show you a picture of the mind, okay? So this usually draws a few snickers in the audience because it's so simple. Here are 2 circles, and what I'm drawing here is the Stickperson, and the top circle here is what represents the head, I guess, and I've drawn a line through the middle. The top half is the conscious mind, and the bottom half is the subconscious mind. And the smaller circle here, which is the most obvious part about ourselves, the body, is not as significant because the mind is all powerful. And the conscious mind is essentially the part of our mind where it is the educated part of our mind. It's where we learn. It's where the books sit. It's the place where we can reason. So we receive some information and we don't like it, we can reject it. On the other hand, the subconscious mind, the bottom half here, is amoral. And what I mean by that is that it accepts any information or idea that is impressed upon it from the conscious mind. So it's like the earth. So it grows whatever you plant in it. So if you plant a negative thought, such as I am not worthy or I can't do this, that's what will grow. Whereas if you plant a positive affirmation, a positive belief, that is what will grow instead. So, and it must happen and it must be expressed. Once an idea is in the subconscious mind, it must be expressed by law. Now, the thing is, I'm just going to point out, as children, our minds look like this. Information came flooding in and we were like sponges. And that's how we learned languages. That's how we're multilingual. That's how we learned our name. Information came flying in from our parents, our teachers, our environment. Now, on the mind, and 1 second, but it's not until after the ages of 6, around about, the conscious mind starts to develop and we start to reason. Another important aspect I want to point out is that there are 5 senses: see, smell, taste, hear, and touch. This is how we correlate with our visible world. This is how we interact. We look at things and 97% of the population react to what is going on, like our bank balance, our sales sheet balance, our results from school. We're looking and then taking some information from the outside, causing our thinking. Now, all this information is coming into our 5 senses like super information highways. It's a flood of information: TV, radio, what our neighbor is talking about. Anything that comes in, we can accept an idea and let it come into the conscious mind, or we can kick it out like that. But any idea that is impressed over and over and over again into the subconscious will cause a vibration in the body, causing us to move into action, like so. I hope you enjoyed my picture. So that is the Stickperson. Now, I want to share some other really key bits of information with you. We have 6 intellectual faculties that a lot of people are unaware of. And these are our mental muscles. And these mental muscles is what helps us become creators. We're all creators. Our 6 mental muscles are the will, perception, reason, imagination, intuition, and memory. And let me touch on 2 of the points here. I love imagination. Imagination is our creative workshop. Anything that you see around you, everything that you might have bought, our phones, the very camera that I'm talking to you on, this pen here was the idea in somebody's mind. Somebody had to go and imagine a concept to then bring it into our visible reality. Now think about the Wright brothers who invented the aircraft. Before, in the entire history of human history, no machine ever flew in the air. And how crazy was that for them to imagine an idea like this? And here we are. We've got all sorts of planes flying all over and rockets to the moon now. And what I'm trying to share with you is that with our imagination, we can create whatever we desire in our mind. We can float away into the 4th dimension and start playing with ideas. And I want you to settle down with this idea about the imagination to create things in your business. The other intellectual fact I'd love to share is perception. And if I show you my phone and I'm saying you're looking at this phone, what do you see? You see a red cover, maybe two circles with the cameras, but I'm seeing something very different. In fact, if I turn it on, I get a picture. And I will be saying, I see a picture. And you say, no, I don't. I see something red. And what I'm trying to share is that there's more than one way to look at a situation, especially if you come up with an obstacle or a challenge. And it's about exercising these mental muscles. Now, I've explained a lot of powerful concepts in a very short period of time. And what I would like to invite you to, I am a facilitator with the Proctor Gallagher Institute. There is so much more information to share that would have such a powerful impact in your business. And if you'd love to learn more, I would love for you to reach out to me or join my Facebook group, Prosperity Go-Getters, where I add more value on content like this. Thank you so much for listening. I so appreciate it.